Here is Bimini. And I think that little horseshoe spot is where we're going. We are here in Bimini, and there is the Scarlet Lady. Nice apt Scarlet Lady. And we have to get on these trams, which are pretty conveniently located here. Head over to the private beach resort. Well, diving is out because I can't clear my ear due to a healing ear infection. This beach is beautiful, but the swim area is like real close and there's no snorkeling to be had here. Kind of high waves, and I'm sure the visibility is great once you get out past the beach, but we can't go past the beach because the swim area is too far in. So we are going to go and try and book the shark snorkel and shipwreck snorkel that was sold out online, but now says it's available. So we're going to try and do that, and hopefully that video is coming up soon. So we haven't started our shark dive yet, our shark snorkel, but there, I don't know if you can see them, there's silhouettes. Kimber spotted them. Sharks in the water. There's another shark swimming out there. There are a lot of sharks in Bimini, just so you know. Bimini is known for its sharks. One down there. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's 4.
There's a whole bunch of them.
5. Oh, those are stingrays. No, those are sharks.
Those are sharks.
Another one. Oh my gosh, they're just circling right here.
We are getting ready to get on the boat. There's only 7 people, child? 8. 8? 8, that's a good number for a shark swim. 8. Our chariot has arrived. Water's so clear here. We're going actually down to the second boat with all the snorkel vests, my favorite. Here we are, the SS Sapona. This is an excursion we did. It was this snorkel, at this wreck, and then we did a shark swim, which you'll see in part 2. And you may notice a lot of stingrays in this video, because there were a lot of stingrays at this wreck.
Stingrays everywhere.
Yeah, it was a good place to go if you like stingrays, southern stingrays. This is a southern stingray. Most of them were pretty small, and they were very shy. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk to you about. Well, a little bit, but we want to talk to you about this shipwreck, the Sapona, a concrete ship.
A concrete ship?
That's right, and not like the kind in St. Louis that, is ice cream, basically. Look at that, concrete ship. World War I era, they were running out of steel, so they built some ships out of concrete. This is one of them. Didn't get built in time for the war, but it got sold to some private citizens. It's got a weird history. It was used for storing oil. It was sort of used for bootlegging liquor. There's a lot of mythology with this ship. It was used for target practice during World War II, and there's even a plane that disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle after a targeting bombing run on this ship. So that's interesting.
But there's also a lot of really cool fish around this ship.
A lot, and that's because concrete actually makes a really good artificial reef, and so lots of things start to grow on it and come and visit it. So the yellow stuff you see is one thing to remember. If you do this excursion, don't touch anything because that's fire coral. And
ouch.
It stings. And you shouldn't generally touch things that are related to coral reefs anyway because you could hurt them and hurt yourself. But there's another stingray there. And the cool thing about this ship is that because it's concrete, it's structurally sound. You can see the inside of it there, a little bit of the inside. And you can go inside very safely because it sticks up out of the water and you don't have to worry about it. You know, most shipwrecks, you need to be trained or just a lot of them you shouldn't go in at all. But this one is definitely one that you can go inside and explore, which is really cool. I do recommend if you go on an excursion like this one with like say 15 people that you go in right away before a bunch of people get in there or wait till they're done and then go in. And there are places to explore within that area. So that was a big open section, but this is going back towards the stern. And the very back of the ship was destroyed in a hurricane. But this little chamber, I guess that's like a cannon. And maybe this was, I don't know, this was an artillery room or something. I don't know. I don't know the mechanisms at work here. But look at all the life in here.
There's a triggerfish.
An oceanic triggerfish. You know, we saw a lot of big fish, a lot of just diversity in here. This is really cool. I mean, look how cool this is. Usually wrecks like this are deep or the visibility is not very good. It is a little dark in here. That's why the colors in this video are a little weird. The sun's shining in. It was also close to sunset or getting close to sunset. There's a big porcupine fish down there. You'll get to see him better in a second. But lots of fish in this. There he is. Hello.
There were a lot of porcupine fish just swimming out and about instead of hiding away.
That's a good point. And that's not something you normally see with porcupine fish. Usually they do hide. Now, once you're done with the inside, you can go around the outside, but I think we're going to go inside again real quick here.
Yeah, I'm going to go in this time with you.
So you can still see a lot of those concrete supports and stuff still intact. And in a second, look for a fish called a rock beauty fish. It's black and yellow. It's an angelfish. But if you can swim down and kind of explore these little areas, there were a lot of things living in and amongst this stuff. Keep an eye out for that rock beauty. Little damsels. And
Oh, there it is.
what a beauty. What a beauty. This is the Caribbean. What a beauty.
There's also a bluehead wrasse.
There was a bluehead wrasse. Here's one of your favorites.
It's a ctenophore.
A teeny four.
Yes, it's such a cool creature. It looks like a jelly.
But it's not a jellyfish. It doesn't sting.
Which is why I like it so much.
Now, if you are brave, you can actually go into other little nooks and crannies in here. That was me making sure, okay, it's not closed in at the top. I wanted to look at that before I pop my head up here and hit it on something. And you'll see me stick the camera up so you can see there are other people swimming there. But if we would have been here longer, I probably would have spent more time exploring the different little nooks and crannies because there were so many. But we were only here about 30 minutes, I think, in the water. I should say about 30 minutes. And believe me, Kimber and I were the first in the water and the last out of the
Squirrel.
water. Like I said, you never know what's hiding in this ship. Pretty cool, though.
Ooh, another stingray.
Yeah, I don't know how many stingrays we saw, but it was a lot.
There was one time I looked out and I think there were 5 stingrays just sitting on the bottom, like
Crazy.
within very easable view.
Bimini is awesome. Bimini is loaded with stingrays and sharks. That's what I learned from my first and only visit to Bimini. And I had heard that, Bimini, especially with sharks, but it definitely seemed to be the case. We saw a lot of sharks in Bimini. Not on this snorkel, but wait till you see our next video. Don't forget to peek into things too when you're snorkeling around, because you never know what you'll find. And I should say too, this excursion was great. Like, we went out about 2 o'clock. There were 3 people on the boat, the driver, and then 2 people. No, actually, were there 3 other people on the boat?
There were 3.
And they were super friendly. Super helpful.
Lots of fun.
Oh man, it was a great experience.
Oh, there may have been 4 of them.
I don't know. It was 3 or 4. I think it was 4.
Yeah.
So which is a lot actually for an excursion like this. Usually you'd see 2, maybe 3, but I think there were 3 or 4. So they were really a lot of fun and just always felt safe, secure, and just made sure you had a good time.
And there's a matfish.
Now, once you leave the boat, if you do the inside of the boat first, you can swim around the boat
and it's pretty cool. The whole outside of it is like a big artificial reef. So there's
an
coral
angelfish
and
down there.
sponges, angelfish. Look at all the fish down below.
Stingrays.
Yeah, 2 of them in that picture. There's 1 and 2. But there's a lot to see. Now, be a little bit careful about currents. Whoever you do this excursion with should kind of prep you about that. We didn't have too much current. This is the bow. Look at that shot. That's cool.
I love how this ship sticks up out of the water.
So cool. So cool. But there was a little bit of current on one side of the ship going one way and on the other going the other way. And here's another porcupine fish. This is the back of the ship that got wrecked by a hurricane. And I saw the sea turtle. And you can see it right in the middle there. And once again, I was having this moral dilemma of I want to make sure Kimbra sees the sea turtle, but I don't want to lose the sea turtle. I want to see the sea turtle. So I'm like following the sea turtle, trying to look behind me while while it's on camera. And then I finally stick my head up and I'm like, Kimbra, there's a sea turtle. And she's like, whoa. And then she starts swimming the other way. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, Kimbra, come over here. And she's like, whoa. And that's what it sounded like to me at the time. Come to find out, when I said sea turtle, instead of looking towards me, she looked to like her left, and there was another sea turtle.
There it is.
Yeah, and you were pretty excited, as you could tell from that little outburst there.
I was. It was so funny because you said sea turtle, and I kind of looked around a little bit, and then I spotted it, so I started following it. And then I heard you yelling at me again, sea turtle, and I'm like, why are you yelling at me? I am following the sea turtle.
Well, you were also swimming like away from the wreck. And
but
I'm
it
like,
was a sea turtle.
I understand. So this is that back area. And like I said, I could have spent hours here exploring. I'm sure there's stuff we missed because we just weren't here for that long. Here's another French angelfish there.
I knew you were going to do that.
I do it every time.
I almost did it before you did. But...
I mean, steal my thunder. Go ahead.
Okay.
And then we came around and look, there's another sea turtle. I don't know. We saw at least 2 sea turtles. We may have seen 3 or 4. These are all green sea turtles, by the way. And fairly small green sea turtles, I should add. Not huge.
Yeah, what was kind of funny is like the guys on the boat were like, hey, you'll see all of these cool fish and stingrays, and sometimes you see sea turtles, but they didn't make me feel very confident about seeing a sea turtle. And then
they want to get your hopes up. Did you see that stingray though? There was a stingray and then a sea turtle.
Yeah, but then there were like turtles everywhere, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. Was that a barjack?
That was a barjack, yeah. Lots of sergeant majors.
This was a great experience. We highly recommend it. What an awesome time. But don't miss part 2, because it gets even cooler. With what?
Sharks.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell so you are notified when new videos come out on Fintastic Studios.